Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Catch-Ups Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, I guess we could say. It's pretty exciting that we are leading up to the weekend, but at the end of the day, we have a very exciting guest coming on today. I'm really looking forward to introducing to you guys to Glen and hearing his story, because it's coming from, again, a different viewpoint. And that's one of the things that really has excited me, given me a lot of joy around the coffee catch-ups, is there's so many great individuals that we've brought on, and everybody's story is slightly different. Everybody comes from a different background. Everybody's on a slightly different journey. But at the end of the day, there's always something you can take from any individual, and there's always something that you can learn and grow with and enjoy about a person's journey. So enough from me. Glen, are you there, my friend?
Hello, Jono. How are you, brother?
I'm great. I'm really well, thank you. And thank you for joining us. That hair and beard is looking very, very sharp, my friend. Looking good.
Appreciate that.
So, Glen, in terms of how we know each other, so we met when you came through and did some property education. We then bumped into each other at one of the big events where we were speaking at. I think it was a Grant Cardone event that we were speaking at that I bumped into again, and then we've had quite a cool sort of journey or relationship where you were helping me out with some fitness for a while there, which is amazing. I absolutely love that, and obviously, we've formed this friendship, and it's been really cool to see you growing along your journey. So do you want to give everyone a little bit of a background as to who you are and what you do in terms of your daily life?
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. It has been a good journey, and yeah, loved it so far. So basically, I was born in Dunedin, grew up in Cromwell, Central Otago, near Queenstown. Been living in Auckland for just over 6 years, and well, currently I'm working at Les Mills Newmarket as a personal trainer. And what inspired me to become a personal trainer in the first place was when I was 19, I wasn't living the most healthy lifestyle. I was a bit overweight. I dropped 17 kgs over the space of a few months, like without really meaning to. I was just playing rugby and, eating healthier, quit drinking, all that jazz. But the moral of the story is that it completely changed my life. Like, my self-confidence it went through the roof. Like, when you're confident in yourself as a person, just everything gets better. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, like I didn't know what I wanted to do for work or anything. I was still young, and, worked a whole bunch of different jobs that I didn't really enjoy. And then gave personal training a shot, because I thought that if I could help other people to improve their self-confidence and change their lives, through weight loss or just, health, whatever they need. So I chased a dream, and 10 years later, still doing it. It's great.
Brilliant. And I think, what really stands out to me, and you said it a couple of times as you're explaining what you do, is that you kept talking about the fact that you can help people and you can create the clarity and the health and the wealth that comes alongside it together, and in terms of a clear mindset and all those sort of elements. So it must be really rewarding to see. Obviously, congratulations on 17 kgs. That's amazing to have done that. But at the same time, it must be hugely rewarding to see the journey of clients that you're working with, achieving their fitness goals and their healthy goals.
Absolutely, man. Like, there's times where they love you and they hate you, when you're putting them through the tough workouts, but then once they've dropped all that weight and they just, the gratitude that comes from them is just, honestly, it's just so worth it, Like, it's just amazing to watch the transformation that people go through. And then months later, years later, they're still hitting you up being like, oh, thank you so much. Like, honestly, yeah, it is truly rewarding in that aspect.
What's really funny, Glen, is as you talk about that, is it almost feels like I could be talking exactly the same thing from wealth mentor standpoint, and being able to mentor students and see them change their lives and the journey that they go through. And the funny thing is me and the mentors always laugh that we get more excited now about our students buying properties and doing deals than we do about ourselves. One of my students the other day, I actually said to him, I'm like a proud dad, to see him go out there doing it. So it's hugely, hugely rewarding. Glen, one thing I've always admired about you is that you're very much I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give everything a shot. I'm going to give it a crack. I'm willing to put myself out there in terms of, you've created different businesses around PT. And one of the things that stood out to me, and I guess I could speak from experience because I did the same thing, but jumping on a reality TV show, except mine wasn't The Bachelor, it was a renovation show. Tell me about that, to make a decision to go on The Bachelor.
Well, actually, I remember talking about that with you before I decided to go on The Bachelor. I was like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? And I was like, you know what? You only live once. Let's just go out there and just put out, to the world who I am. And I had a bit of fun. I didn't take it too seriously. Like at the end of the day, I know it's just a reality TV show where it was The Bachelorette, not The Bachelor. I wish it was The Bachelor, but
right, my bad.
But no, it was great. I made some lifelong friends, including the Bachelorettes. So no, it was good. It was a crazy experience. You're in this big mansion, got no cell phones. It was like lockdown in a mansion with a bunch of dudes, and every second night you'd have cocktail parties, and it's honestly it was a crazy journey, man. I don't know if we're allowed to swear on here. I was going to say it's a mine, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. So that's a huge step, and I think it comes back to who you are as an individual. Give it a crack, because you never know what will come out of anything that you do, and look to just keep growing as an individual. In terms of growing as an individual, one of the things I know that you're big on, there's obviously the fitness side, but I guess the holistic element of fitness and mental health going together. Can you talk a little bit about some of the things in terms of mental health and things that you believe in that space, or just anything you'd like to share with people?
Absolutely. Mental health is by far one of the most important things in this life that we first of all need to take care of for ourselves and our friends and family. If you know someone that's struggling, just always be there for them. Just make it known to them that they can reach out and talk to you, because when you're going through a tough time, it feels like first of all, you're stuck in your head, right? And it's hard to get out there and talk to other people about it. But I have lots of different resources that can help with that as well. I'm very knowledgeable around that. I've been through it myself multiple times. But exercise, first of all, is exercise and good nutrition and good sleep. I call it the pyramid, or the 3 pillars. Those are the most important things that can really help with mental health. You're eating good quality, healthy foods, drinking nice, clean water, avoid alcohol if you struggle with mental health, for sure. Getting out there and just getting into exercise. Maybe you haven't exercised for over a year or 10 years or whatever it is. Get out there and go for a nice brisk walk. Just get that ball rolling, get some momentum. Take care of your sleep, just touching on that. I can go into that. Yeah.
I know. And I guess, one of the things, lockdowns have been really tough. They've affected a lot of people in different ways, whether it's businesses, whether it's just the fact that, taking away the freedom for some people, or I guess even sometimes getting locked up with people that you don't want to be locked up with. That's not me, by the way. I'll just clarify that one. But, it's something that is an extremely tough time for people to go through. And one of the things that I think is vital is the exercise. I'm not sure if you wear this, Glenn, but I decided that I would work out every day of lockdown. So the whole of level 4, mate, I did some sort of workout, which was amazing. Dropped 5 kgs, which is weird.
I can see that.
Yeah, it was epic, man. It was so cool to do that. But I think it also gave me a lot of clarity and the whole, clarity in terms of the mindset, the mind space, which meant I was more productive. We made some amazing progress with Wealth Mentor as a company. So that fitness side is essential. If you were to tell people, I guess, or give some advice to people in terms of, okay, well, you say fitness, but what are some simple things? You mentioned brisk walk. What are some other simple things that people can do to get out there and actually just get the heartbeat going?
Definitely, man. So simple thing. The most easiest thing is just to get out and go for a power walk. And I'm not talking about dawdling along the street or through the middle of, the shops, looking in the windows, not like that. Power walking, trying to get that heart rate up. If you can manage to find a slight incline or some stairs, that will work immediately. And even another really good thing is just, walk, jog as far as you can, even if it's only 20 meters, go again the next day, it'll be 30 meters, just keep pushing that a little bit harder, a little bit more. Walk, jog, that's a great one. But, once you start doing that and you build that habit, what you'll find is the endorphins that releases in your mind, like that's what you're talking about there, is that clarity, that happiness, that, you feel more motivated, you can think better, think clearer, which will ultimately affect your business, like in a very positive manner, when you're more productive, you're taking care of yourself. Therefore, you can take care of your businesses better when you take care of yourself, take care of your friends and family better too, but you've always got to prioritize yourself first. And that may sound a little bit like, greedy or whatever, but you have to put yourself first, because when you take care of yourself, you can take care of others. Some other simple things, obviously there's lots of body weight exercises, like squats or push-ups, or if you can't do proper push-ups, just do knee push-ups. There's so many different things you can do, man. But the cardio is a great one to start with, because it releases those endorphins, those feel-good chemicals,
Awesome. And in terms of you mentioned business, and I know that you're quite entrepreneurial and you're continually looking for ways to kind of step outside. I would 100% say you're not just a personal trainer. There's no way, because you're always looking at ways that you can grow as an individual, whether it's businesses. One of the things I love that you did start to look into was Fitness Vault. That was a really cool element. Do you want to give a little bit more details as to what you do within that platform?
Awesome, man. Yeah, so it's something I've been working on for a few years. I created a website called Fitness Vault, essentially. So when it's live and it's running and I'm running Google Ads, if anyone types into Google like personal trainer near me or along those lines, my website will pop up, and it's a quick, have a quick read of it. People are filling in the forms, and essentially the forms come to me. So I was generating leads for personal trainers, but also connecting people to personal trainers in their area, that specialize in what the person needs at a price that they can afford. So I'm basically just connecting the dots there, which was it's super awesome. I finally got that business like live and running, and I was, it was amazing. But Les Mills weren't too happy with that. Not saying anything bad about Les Mills, and I had to choose between Fitness Vault and Les Mills, so my main income or my new business. So that's a big decision I face in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. And okay, let's go back to mental health, because I really want to share as much as we can, because I feel like you've got a great knowledge in that space, and there's so much knowledge that you can share with people out there who, again, we're going through lockdowns. I know we've got many people that watch this show based over in Australia, and I feel for the people in Melbourne, what they're going through. What are some resources that you work through or that you use in terms or share with people in terms of the mental health or the clarity or even motivation?
Awesome. I'll start off with the one that I'm most excited about, which I've only just discovered during this lockdown from a friend. He's on Spotify, a little bit on YouTube, but I'd definitely recommend Spotify. And his name is Londrelle, so Londrelle. And he's all about self-care, self-love. Some of his albums are called, that I've got written down here. He's got one called The Self-Care Package. That's a beautiful album. I've been listening to that so much. He's got one called Eternal Sunshine and Stay Free. Any of those albums, just amazing. Like, just if you're ever feeling a bit down or you're struggling, if you just chuck that on and just relax, meditate, go out for a walk, just relax and listen to that. That can honestly be a game changer. Couldn't recommend that highly enough. It's absolutely beautiful. Actually, I haven't even listened to any other music since I started listening to him, to be honest. Like, it's just changed the game. Another guy, Dr. Wayne Dyer, he's always been there for me, I've got so many of his audiobooks. He's on YouTube as well. And both of these guys very spiritual, just they always put you in a better place than what you were before you started listening to them. So couldn't recommend that highly enough. And if you're struggling for motivation for exercise, I know Karen, who I'm sure you all know. He's a big fan of him. David Goggins, the man. You go out for a run, you listen to him, you'll keep running.
I love that. I love that. That's so cool. And I guess part of that as well, I'm just going to jump in on a personal level, is continually surrounding yourself with the right people. I know that that's something that you really have taken on board. The concept, again, your network is your net worth. You mentioned Kyron, you guys have become really good friends. Myself, you've surrounded yourself with the right people in terms of trying to take yourself ahead. What does that mean to you? And what is something that, again, you would share with people in terms of trying to create that network around you?
Absolutely. So first of all, the Wealth Mental crew, absolutely amazing. Like, love you guys so much. That's why I always try and come around there whenever I can. But no, absolutely. Like, you want to surround yourself with people that inspire you, that lift you up, bring you up, because that's what it's all about, progression, right? You want to always keep getting better, and it's a big one for your mental health too. If you've got friends that you hang out with and they're always complaining about stuff, or do you know what I mean? Like the negative, like it puts it in your mind, and it like leaves you feeling worse off than what you were before you met up with them or whatever. Yeah. So it's more about just surrounding yourself with good people that inspire you, motivate you, and just bring on that happiness. And I'm it's pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yeah. I mean, and we constantly do it ourselves as well. Even when we bring together our summits and our different events, we're always trying to bring and surround ourselves with amazing people. We've actually got a summit coming up. We're calling it the Monopoly Summit. I'm not sure if you've checked that out yet, Glenn, but our summits are pretty cool. I'm hosting a Monopoly Summit. We've got a couple of names that you'll recognize: Therese, Belinda, a couple of amazing investor and superstar ladies, and then we got Tim, who has only gone through education less than a year ago, and to see what he's done is pretty exceptional. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing that 16th of October, so day before my birthday. I keep reminding everybody that's the day before my birthday, so hopefully everyone remembers to make sure that they send me gifts on that day. But that should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to ripping into that one. So Glenn, one of the questions I always get the opportunity to ask, and I love asking this question because everybody responds slightly differently. As Glen Richards, what does wealth mean to you? What does that word actually mean to you as an individual?
It means, to me personally, it means that feeling of abundance, like different aspects. I like to break that one down. So first of all, like good relationships, like, your friends, your family, your buddies, like the people that you surround yourself with, like having good relationships. That's honestly very important. Health, obviously. You want to have good health. If you take care of your health, then it's much easier to build your wealth, right? Which can also, to me, means, like not having to worry about money, not having to worry about having to pay the bills, and, just having that under control, because when you are under financial stress, that is one of the worst stresses to be placed under. So, and also happiness, happiness and fulfillment, having a mission and a purpose, like what are you working towards, things like that. Yeah. When you've got all those under control, like life is good.
Absolutely. And you mentioned a word there, which I think is really important, is purpose. When you have a purpose, it gives you that motivation, it gives you that drive, it gives you that desire to want to keep improving as an individual. I mean, do you know what your purpose is? Have you really spent some time and figured out what that purpose is? I know that you've spent a lot of time with Kyron, so I'm sure he's asked you that question. What is your bigger purpose?
Yeah. And it changes, like sometimes I'm more focused on helping others. But at the moment, like especially during this lockdown, I've been more focused on helping myself and really trying to define who I am as a person and where I want to go. I've got some big decisions to make regarding personal training and fitness vault. So right now I'm just currently working on myself, still figuring that out. I don't have it written down. I can't give you a 7-word answer or anything like that. But I'm just working on myself right now. And, still figuring that one. It changes,
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of if people want to find you, obviously you are based in Auckland, but you do some online coaching and you help people in terms of their fitness goals or nutrition. Where can people find you, Glenn?
Yeah, man. So the easiest one would just be to email me. glenrpt@gmail.com, or on Instagram, Glen Richards PT, all one word. Facebook, Glen Richards Coaching, all one word. Well, it'll be broken up on Facebook.
Cool. Oh, yeah, I can see that. The team, the tech team behind the scenes has managed to pop them all in the chat. So, how magic is that? Yeah, we've got fairies in this office. It's amazing. Yeah. That's really cool. Hey, Glenn, thanks so much for joining us today. I am going to give you the last word, and the last word can be whatever you feel, might inspire or has been something important for you as an individual, or whatever it is that you want to share with people as the last word before we let everybody go and enjoy the rest of their Wednesday.
All right. Okay. So first of all, take care of yourself. Take the best care of yourself that you can. Eat healthy, look after your get out there, exercise, but also take care of those around you. Check in on people, just be there for other people if they need you. Yeah, man, just live a good, happy life and do the best that you can do, be the best that you can be.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been awesome to have you on. It's always such a pleasure. And I know that you've been harassing me to try and get me to come and train with you again, and I was a bit scared. But now that I'm a bit fitter, maybe we'll catch up, and show you what I've been working on.
There is a little misconception there. When I'm a little bit fitter, you can always start out wherever you're at, because that's what a PT does. They take you from where you are to where you want to be, man. So, but I totally appreciate that, and I can't wait to get back into it.
Awesome. You're an absolute legend. Thank you very much for joining us today. And for all of you out there, thanks again for jumping on. Whether you're live, whether you're jumping in on the recorded, make sure you jump in the comments. Let us know what you thought of today. Check out Glenn's pages, and we will see you tomorrow, where we'll be going live again, 12:30 New Zealand time. Have a great Wednesday. And most importantly, make sure that you stay awesome. See you, everybody.
Take care, guys. Thanks, bro.